you listen to Jeff and Professor Hamo in the morning? Here's what you missed.
Elachi, who joins us in the studio live, and if you were reading the Business Daily this morning, she is there, front page, as a state witness. And this is what it says, in case you haven't picked up the Business Daily. It says, Nairobi County Assembly Speaker Beatrice Elachi at Milimani Court yesterday when she testified in a case where 5 people have been charged with illegal payment of 997,000 shillings to a firm for the supply of books that were never delivered. Madam Speaker, what's going on?
Natetemeka laki.
Oh, Tetemeki.
Natetemeka. Because, first of all, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Speaker.
And thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Karibu sana.
Yes. But this is a very interesting story. Since it's in the court, I won't talk about it so much.
Okay.
But it gave me an experience to understand, will my president ever achieve a fight on corruption?
And the answer is?
The answer is no. Unless he sits down with the judges and tell the judges, this country, where it has reached, you either help, assist us, or we are gone.
We all sink.
Because I went in a court, grilled for 3, you'd have thought I am an accused, first of all. Yes. So, anyone who is a whistleblower, you don't need to whistleblow. No. Because you are put into a cross-examination and you are brought in a history that you don't even understand. And it is allowed. So you are asked so many. I was even asked my plastic surgery.
Wow.
I was even, in court, I was even asked about a ticket of 1.5 million. I'm like, Emirates, in the years I have known Emirates, whether it is how expensive, it can never go beyond $6,000. So you can't even understand. And then you look at it and you say, but we were just here on 2 issues. Were the books delivered or not delivered?
Right.
Did we follow the Procurement Act in the whole process or not? If you have a good judge who is really a crusader of corruption, but the judge was very good. She listened to all that, and I know in the end she will understand, because she realized even new judges who come in will realize that is how the courts work. So you can't blame the new ones.
Right.
So you look at it and you ask yourself, my president, you will not be able. You need to do that lifestyle audit. That's the only way. Because in the lifestyle audit, you're not taking anyone to court. You're just saying, we will create a formula and ask Beatrice Elachi, you've been working for 10 years, 15 years. And between those 15 years, you've been doing business, your business is worth this, your salary was worth this. So in between, you can be somehow, your amounts of money or your amounts of assets, or you're worth this. And we tell you, we agree with you. You're worth this. We can add you 10%. The rest is the state.
So how did you make this? Where did you get this house? What did you, all this money?
And then just tell me, Beatrice Elachi, this you're handing over back to the state. And the state has to be serious when we are handing over, kindly pay the debt. Because that's why we are looking for the money. Clear for us the debt and give us a clean country.
Are you saying
that's the best way?
Is the war? So you're saying he cannot win this war?
Not the way I saw the courts yesterday.
Because we are that crooked or that rotten or that...
Well, when you find, for example, a lawyer who is a lawyer of the assembly, who is supposed to be, if I'm a good lawyer and a lawyer with ethics, what do? I'll just walk in and say, you know what? I have been handling all the cases of the County Assembly of Nairobi. And therefore, all these are my clients.
Correct.
And so for, in terms of ethics, I will stand aside and leave a new lawyer to take over this. That one, in terms of your credibility and values, is correct. But this is a lawyer who the wife works at the assembly. He is also a beneficiary of the CIC insurance that says paid $1 million shillings, which never paid. Stanchart Bank paid for me my treatment, not plastic surgery. And then he comes and he's the one asking you, oh, did you spend public resources of 1 million? You're like, are you really? Stand my bank paid for me when I was in a hospital bed.
Yes.
And you bring it in court.
And you claim it's plastic
That
surgery.
one, I felt it. I felt this is a rogue lawyer. That is why he is a beneficiary of nearly 20 million of the county money. And guess what? Cases that we have done with the executive side. Have you ever imagined one government taking itself in court and one lawyer benefiting and even the wife being employed to become a clerk assistant, and he comes in court to ask you this question? And you're looking at this guy and you're asking, you, first of all, I think you have a job called drafting of our, of our laws. Yeah. So you're paying 2.9 to just draft. I think Nairobi, we are rich.
We are.
We are rich.
This is a rogue county.
Chef.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Just sitting down the way I used to do my security bill with the University of Nairobi, and we didn't pay them free. So they come and do you this bill, they help you. Professor Anchiko is there struggling. I walked into Nairobi County, I realized, hey, a lawyer is here just doing a bill. 2.9 million is on the table. Why lie? Why lie? I mean, I just said, how? How do we work like this? And then you want to tell me Nairobians are going with no food, no nothing, but here we are. A drafter, and bills are done free by so many organizations. So many organizations, they will volunteer because they know this is a bill that is coming to become an act that will assist many lives.
So a lot of people say, you know,
so when I looked at that, I said,
Nikubaya.
So we must help the president. By the way, we must assist the president.
But you say,
and the media must be the crusaders now of this. You must go to court and you look at how the things are being done. Ask yourself how many years that will be for you to finish that case. Trust me, my president will have left before he sees the fruits.
Absolutely.
We'll have left.
Forget about Agenda 4.
And will not have changed. And in fact, we'll go back. Do you see how we went back and left Mishuki rules?
Yes.
Yeah, Kenya, we leave. When we realize the person who was doing this has left, we go back to the comfort and we continue with what we do.
Mpaka mwingine akuje atuanzishie
Tena
moto.
mwingine akuje, Matiang'i anakuja anaanza kusema tena turudi hapo. Why? It means it's just our attitude and values.
Absolutely.
Simona hata leo wamesema wanataka kuanzia pesa UK. Kama ya hapa inakataa kutoka. UK kweli tutaenda.
Sijui, maybe UK inawezekana wanashangaa hao Afrika bwana.
Afrika wana pesa.
Wana pesa. Kenya tuna
drafters.
2.9. Sijui kama wanalipa KRA.
Wapi?
KRA, I need to bring you a few people. They have some money somewhere. Good money. Very good money that they need to pay for us to get services in Nairobi.
Now I enjoy.
They are enjoying. And I just want to tell my former Governor Kidero, who I respect so much.
Yes.
I think what he did, you know the way you run an institution and you decide in professionalism you leave people to do things. I think that was a blunder. Because the foundation and also the Senate has to come out and look at this foundation of the county governments. How come? And then we need to ask ourselves, even if at one point we'll ever go for the referendum, then this thing of revenue collection has to go back to one entity. So that you collect revenue. If I'm collecting, for example, for Nairobi County, I will put it in the revenue account of Nairobi County. But I'll be able to tell Nairobians, this is the revenue your county has collected. Therefore, do you need more money? No. You have enough to do services. And you must deliver those services.
Correct.
And we start being accountable to people. And we have areas where Kenyans can feel, if this is what you're collecting within Nairobi, why don't we have a good road? Why don't we have this? We must take that revenue back. That local revenue that remained in the counties is what has made the governors like Obado have 2.9 billion. Because they are not collecting, they're just putting in their pockets and others are putting. So you can imagine a chain. Because by the time it's getting to the governor who collected, look at that chain.
Ilianzia huko kwa koti ya
Kila mtu amekula.
Kila mtu amekula.
Kila mtu.
So everyone is comfortable, and when you come in and you are a stranger, utauawa. You will be shot. Utaenda kaburini.
It's a gravy train.
Unataka
It's a gravy train.
Unataka kutuletea njaa.
How dare you?
Wewe ni nani?
How dare you?
And that is why even Governor Sonko is in a lot of problems because they are asking how dare ukuje ufunge hii mifereji. Wewe ilikuwa yetu. Umefunga.
Wewe ni nani wewe?
Wewe nani wewe? So he has the same problem.
So the cartels will never end.
No.
Forget about it.
if you are really serious about it, you must come as a rogue also. And you must do it in the first few weeks that you just enter that office, and you should not bother, take to court, do this, continue doing it. Because in Kenya, I've realized also, people don't even respect what the courts are saying. No. So you can continue being rogue, but you'll change. Yeah.
So you need also to be a cartel.
You need that style. What's the name of that Philippine president?
Yeah. Oh,
Duterte. That's what we need.
We need a Duterte.
Seriously.
Very serious.
To
court, talk about human rights. Do the right thing. You'll be with the people.
Exactly.
That's the most important.
And they will remember you.
And they will, by the way, Kenyans, because they are also tired, will support you. They will support you. Yeah.
My goodness.
So that's how sad it is.
Do you regret now being involved in all this mess? Because you're there.
Yes, absolutely. I am even telling God, I think 1 year was so long. And I thank God we did it. Because we are able to talk about it.
Yes.
There was a purpose also. Because who would have spoken about
Nobody.
it?
Nobody.
Yes. And it only takes the grace of God to have the heart to talk about some of these things. Because sometimes you will say, oh, what am I benefiting? We don't go there for what you're benefiting. You go there because you feel there are Kenyans who would wish to see change. There are Kenyans who are there, who are also doing it. It's only that they are quiet in doing it. But Nairobi is where the president would have gotten his best legacy. And he will still get it. It just depends on how. For me, if you ask me right now, if we just leave Governor Sonko, the way he is, don't worry about who is speaker, who is what. The way it's, because this thing of law is what is going to now bring a lot of distraction. You will take him back, you will bring another speaker, then they start again this Hubabalu agendas, all that. Just leave, give yourselves, him with the president, this 6-7 months, they can change in Nairobi.
How deep are we in this program? Tuko
mbali.
Kiasi ile mtu ataogopa kusema hata.
Oh yes, tuko mbali.
Kwa hivyo kuna mtu
anataka kusema. And if the president never woke up and just start this crusade. Tungekuwa zero. It would have been worse. And it's not just at Nairobi County. I mean, the other day I was just looking at issues of the port. And I'm like, the president is so determined to see efficiency at the port where unakuta watu wanakwambia a crane that came with the Japanese the time Japan was handing over. At some of its equipments are now down. A 539 crane is down. And then when they go to Japan, because Kenyans we wait. So when they went, Typhoon had carried some of the manufacturing. They were told you have to stay for 7 months. And this thing is down. And not just that one, they have tried to change many things. I'm wondering whether CS Mashari has been looking at some of those things. But it's not good. You know, I've said, those who want to support Hechi, you come out, help Hechi, be his whistleblower. Tell him here, things are hot. Correct. They are not doing well.
No, usiogope.
Usiogope. Watu watakuchukia, watasema, you will end, one day, a few will say, yes, you did well.
The right
there's something they need to do. You can't tell me we've gone back to, you remember those small quotations where Jeff can supply one nut and then Professor another nut and then Elachi will support another nut. Hiyo ndio inaanza kuendelea huko. And the big companies where you're going to buy, they are not there. So who is going to maintain when you bring? Because it's an institution where you need big manufacturing companies, the way the president was saying in health, in manufacturing, use the main manufacturers. You reduce the cost for the country, but you have your equipment on throughout.
And maintained.
And if there's any query, you ask that company. Now they've changed that. We've gone back to wale wanaingia na mguu na gari ndogo. Just skru moja. Hii skru za ingine si ya hiyo. So wanashinda watafanya aje.
Na ushalipwa.
Of course ulipwa. Kwani kazi ilikuwa nini?
Benchmarking.
Just kubenchmark na kulipwa. Hivyo professor.
Niulize, MCAs wanasaidia kutunyorosha hii filifili. Uko nayo?
Hapana.
Are they part of this big problem?
They are part of the problem, of course.
Yes. Are they fighting ama wanasaidia? Pia.
I think everyone's after their own interests.
You know, shida si ati wana fight. I think it's also the frustrations.
They are also frustrated.
Yeah, they're very frustrated because don't forget the first door you have any problem when you are in the ward is for a honorable MCA. You have to knock in his door. Mtoto wangu amekuwa mgonjwa.
Yes.
This welfare thing is so tough on the members. Then you come in, you've just come from a campaign and you realize, Allah, this is the salary. Aitoshi. Then you went thinking there will be a salary. You walked into a bank and took a loan.
Oh yes.
You get?
Yes.
So now you've come, all your salary is attached to paying this loan.
Yes.
And even the loan and mortgage that we give them, just know, for example in Nairobi, so that we don't have challenges of telling an MCA after he has left that you've gone with money, we would prefer you pay your loan up to this point. And 3 months before the elections, at least you have a salary that you have earned also.
Okay.
So that's how we had calculated. So you see, it's a very tight payment, repayment plan.
Yeah.
And therefore, when he does not have committees, then you will find them very frustrated. Now, the committees mostly is, and this is done the way they structured themselves in the first assembly. So you can't just come in and start changing. But the political parties can change. That you cannot just whip people from a committee just because I don't agree with your ideology. Today I'm out. Tomorrow I'm in another one. I don't know this. And that's the challenge all those assemblies are facing, even Nairobi. Until the political parties they will come in, Jubilee and the rest, to assist the members, that you cannot just whip. That does not mean you won't be whipped, because I was a whip. And we would whip, but through the party. The party will write the letter and you'll agree this is a disciplinary you are going to be given with the reasons of that disciplinary. And therefore you have a right to be whipped for some time, not to be in a committee. But then when you come and you find the leadership will even say they can whip you for 1 year, what do you mean about that member? Even the law does not allow it. No.
Kuna hiyo hata kwa party.
But because they have realized, these things we are doing, we did it to speaker. We can do it to anyone. Who are you? We did it to speaker and we were able to do it.
Yes.
Then we will do it to you. 1 year.
Governor.
That is very wrong, because you can just walk to court and you tell them to be paid back, because it is wrong. There is no law that says you are removing anyone. And I think with the precedence of Mheshimiwa Wandai, if you are a good leader in any, you need to read that case. What did the judge say for Muturi to ensure Wandai comes back? So it means the judge was trying to advise us, you can't just whip anyone because he's not agreeing with their ideology.
It's so sad.
It's like that.
So
but
sad.
you know, it's so difficult for them to understand also that. So it's sad to them. That is why they become aggressive and with a lot of anger, and anything they just do is with the anger.
Without thinking.
Without thinking.
Unajua ametoka komiti ya mtoto wa shule, kuna ya mazishi, kuna ya harusi,
kuna ya cattle dip.
Yes, na kuna ya ng'ombe imeshindwa kuzaa,
unataka kuwe na gari kubwa, hii gari dogo unaendesha plati ya nani?
Na Mkenya anakuuliza, wewe ni nani? Kwanza unaendesha gari.
Wewe ni mheshimiwa gani?
Mheshimiwa gani huyo? So Kenyans also should know how ndio wamesukuma viongozi wao to be what they are today.
Beatrice, Elachi, County of Nairobi. By the way, the tweets coming in thick and fast. Cleopas Muthama says, I really respect Madam Elachi. She is very bright and of integrity. It's really sad that the Mapiri MCAs and cartels in the assembly could not allow her to work. Very sad, very bad. Did you think there will be people like that in that place? When you entered, did you think these people are rogue? They're rogue.
Well, I knew we are entering into a very dangerous zone.
Yeah.
And I know the close friends, I told them, if we clear 6 months, we will thank God, which we did at one point.
Right.
Yeah. So when we went to the end, I knew, it will come.
Yes.
But as I said, parties can assist, because I know, I don't want to talk anymore about parties, but I would wish now the parties can come out. I can see Nyandarua.
Nyandarua.
Help Nyandarua. Let it not go that. Help Nyandarua. And the best is you call everyone and you put your riot act to your speaker, to everyone. Because we are all not good. We are all bad. Give us the riot act, understand the situation, solve it. Let us not have this that is continuing to happen. The Homa Bay, I see the High Court now brought back Speaker Elizabeth Oyo. I hope she'll be able to work, and I want to plead with the Homa Bay team, work with the Speaker. I mean, whoever comes will still be the Speaker.
Yes.
Will still be either good or bad. So it's how you embrace each other and work.
Positions.
Yes.
Do you feel like
no? That one, I think when we go to the referendum, we will rectify that. I think it's and it's not even in the constitution. So I don't know where we get this that you have to be. It is a must you be. I think it's the pecs that have been put on. So you remove. Let the leadership in the house be leadership. Ujitolee na chama. Wachana na hii maneno lazima upewe hii pesa. Remove those specs. And so everyone will just want to do. And by the way, SRC can just do it. Do you need to have the pecs? No, remove. Because the constitution did not say you give them pecs. No. So the commissioner of SRC can resolve the problem by just removing. Let them be equal. If you want to be given a position by the party, you be given the position by the party. If you want, the chairmen can be given the pecs because there's what they are doing as a chairman. So let them be chairmen and be given that pick. But this other leadership of political, so the SRC commission should now resolve it by just removing the pecs. I know they're not supposed to have vehicles, but in the counties they do have. Well, so are they going to be surcharged for using those vehicles? Those are the things you put strictly in law and guidelines, and you send to the counties, and then the war will end also on those seats.
Michieka Enoch is tuned in from Eldoret. Says Beatrice Elachi is an inspiration to everyone, especially girls who have interest in politics. Ruben Morey, the Honorable Elachi, is always candid with all her facts. Kipleting Collins, we really need such great leaders as Honorable Elachi. Unfortunately, this is Kenya and our system is cruel. A sad reality. Hey, Emmanuel Paparazzi, God bless you, Elachi. You are doing good work. I support you 100%. What advice would you give for your governor here in Nairobi, Madam Speaker? What advice would you give him? Because you know he's another one who's fighting battles left, right, and center. He can't even live in Nairobi. Akomua. Akomua.
Nikubaya.
Do. Akiishi Nairobi, he will have to give money every day.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So he wonders, where will I get this money every day? Where do you want me to get?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so for me, I'll tell him, you know, there are two ways of just doing this thing. You either be assertive and just say, today we are moving this from here to here. Move.
Yeah.
Leave people to speak. Those who will say you have done right, they will say you have done right. You will always have critics.
Correct.
We cannot have everyone saying you are good.
Loving you.
No,
and that's not
if
good. If
everyone loves you, then you have a problem.
You have a problem.
Yes, so me, I always say I must have a lot of people saying that woman is manga, is what, is bad. It's okay because that is how life is. You'll have a few who will support you, but in the end, you need to ask yourself, what I did, has it done something small wherever I am? So what Governor Sonko has to just do, what am I doing? Am I doing something small that people will just remember, this was Governor Sonko? Yeah, the footsteps of Governor Sonko. You know, when you move, you feel the way we feel Kibaki, that way. Just that. And he will see. In the end, people will appreciate. And I think that's all what Nairobians want. Because these other issues, he found them there. There are many people who took over and believed this is their city, are using it as their city. And it's not just there. I realized offices, people create offices and take, the moment they realize nobody is there to look at what the law says, then you'll have a problem when you come in to start streamlining law to them. They wonder, what are you trying to tell us? We've not been doing things like that. And that is the problem I also faced in the assembly, that it's not the waheshimiwas. The waheshimiwas are okay, they come and go, but you have the staff. And I want to tell the public service ministry, my CS Kobia.
Correct.
And I know she was going to assist us. She had already started, she had given us a team that to relook at the public service structure of the county government. Because we talk about the waheshimiwas. Waheshimiwa are good. They are recalled back by the people after 5 years, and when the citizens realize you did not perform, they remove you. But who is dealing with this stuff? Because it's the staff who is ensuring this is happening, who knows where the bank accounts are. It's not the waheshimiwas. So the corruption in the counties is with the staff. It's not with the waheshimiwas. And that's where we must relook. And if EACC wants to help, it has to come back and look. What nepotism do we have? I mean, for me, I was shocked. The first advice I was given was always, everyone who came to my office, will you ever work with your clerk? And I'm like, what do you mean? And I tried my best. I tried. But I realized, first of all, when you're working and you demean people, forget about now the you demean, you feel people are nobody. And you've harassed, you've threatened. So everyone is working in a cold mood. They would wish you leave for them to brighten and do things. You can't imagine up to today, my accounting officer is out of office, but people still fear. They cannot come to testify because they think you will come back and you will sack them.
What?
And in terms of nepotism, I have never seen the highest nepotism that. And I want, if we are serious about nepotism, because I'm not saying don't employ your brother or sister. We have done that, but I will not bring them in the institution where exactly I am. I will spread them. There are many ways. You take them somewhere else. But here you find 9 members of one family. 9, starting from your niece, your nephew, your sister-in-law, your who, all of them. You want them to work in one institution. Then you want again all of them, when you look at the companies that are being given business, again, that is why even my lawyer will have the wife in the same institution.
Oh, yes.
That's why.
Look at that, Nairobi.
Now wote wanakula. Wote wanakula.
Yeah.
Kwanza, hao ndio wana protect karatasi. Umewaandika kwa nini? Ndio ikifika hii ofisi uko na mti yako. Kama kuna mtu anajaribu hapo kutoa kichwa aseme, "Ai jameni, these things are not doing right." Wewe umeshaambiwa, umeandikiwa barua ya disciplinary in 1 minute, ukicheza hata uko nyumbani.
Umepelekwa Pumwani.
Hata usipumwani.
Home.
So CS Margaret had realized many people had come when she was still the chair of the public service. And everyone was just saying, realign the structure of, since they are public servants, realign them and let them understand the structure of civil service.
Correct.
And it is needed. And especially within the county assemblies. Because hizo kwanza ndio zimewacho, wezi jua, who checks on that? When the waheshimiwas leave for campaigns, who now takes care?
Sawa umeachiwa nyumba. Wao ndio wanafanya kila kitu.
Bas. So when you come, you find an accounting officer who is wondering, who are you? After all, I'm the one who is dealing with Nairobi 2.5 billion shillings. And you are in the law. For me, professionalism will tell me I don't need to interfere in those things. I just need to see, is it right on the paper? So, ukikuja kujaribu kuuliza swali now using the law, anashindwa. And then they will create you a very good scenario. I was told yesterday there is a house of the speaker, which we have never bought, which I have never seen the tender document even one day, because it was done in the previous. But yesterday in court, the lawyer said, didn't you want 25 million for a cut-off for the house? Then they went somewhere. There's an audio, watu, naspigiwa hii audio, Then you realize, oh, so you people think we are so stupid. So I told them, take it to the DCI. This is criminal.
Yes.
Yes, that is criminal.
Criminal.
We need to be at the DCI answering questions and showing these documents.
Yes.
Tell us how many people tendered for this house. Stop playing around again.
So you become the guilty one.
Yeah. And I wanted to. I'm like, oh, this is how we do 25 million. Is that how you can do even? Are you okay?
Yeah.
And then I asked myself, and this one who is sitting down and taping you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine seated with someone in a conversation? What type of... You are a sadist. And then surely, yeah, you are a thief.
Yes.
That is why you are doing that.
Yes.
Because you have been a thief and you want to put another one so that they don't talk about you.
Yeah,
You can only be a thief
they
for you
forget
to...
about you kidogo, tuendee mwingine.
Not even that, Professor.
That's how they deal.
You've been doing that,
Yes.
and because you want to increase your team so that when they come, you threaten them.
Extortion.
See, you went to so you won't even say what he's stealing because
protect
you have to be protecting
and
us.
you're the bad one.
And you're the bad one. I say take it to the DCI. And by the way, I've said that one we will take it to the DCI. You know, they thought I was joking.
No.
No, we are not joking.
Pelekeni.
We have to see what was this house.
Yes.
What was it supposed to do? Where is the house? Who are the people of this house? And who are the owners?
Kuna mtu amekula.
Tayari.
Uzuri hii hakuna mtu amekula, hakuna nyumba imenunuliwa.
Unajuaje?
Na pesa?
No, hakuna. Hatukuwa nazo. Si Governor Sonko ndiye alikuwa supposed kutoa hizo pesa. Hakukuwa pesa. We had just entered Nairobi. How did you start with houses?
Yes.
You remember I came here. You didn't say peleka mimi mbio sana na hiyo maneno ya nyumba. What did I say here? In fact, it was here where I pleaded and said, we are so new with Governor Sonko. We are not buying houses.
Right.
So that thing of houses, if there is any tender, cancel.
Straight.
And we finished. Wow. So when you find again 1 year down the line somebody comes and plays such a dirty game,
yes,
and then brings a tape at they went and start, then he says that is your PA. Like, my PA now. My PA is not as full as you think. But anyway, since you have decided it's in court and you can't start bringing issues. So I just said to the DCI, and I want to plead with my DCI. This one of the house,
yes,
he must look for
Twende kazi.
Twende kazi.
Yes.
Tujue ni nani alikuwa mwenye nyumba. Hiyo tenda tuonyeshe.
Gongo Kiali says to
Beatrice
Elachi, keep fighting for justice. Don't give up. It takes people like you to get things right.
Yes.
May God bless you.
Wow. And I know at one point in this country we will be right.
When our children are grown up or when?
No. Very soon.
No.
Do you have anyone?
But we are here. Aren't we here?
What?
Aren't we here?
Thank you for...
Aren't we here?
We are.
Yes.
Because Kimutai Goril says a fearless leader who doesn't care.
We will.
The Waishimiwa says
and there will come a leader one day.
We need a Duterte.
Who will remember what the president wanted and will do it.
Wapi Duterte?
Yes, we need a mtu rogue. Lakini sasa shida ni hata sisi wananchi pia hata sisi tuko na tushida
mingi.
Sisi ndio corrupt kuliko wengine.
Kabisa.
Tutu ni tudogo.
Kwanza kuna mwingine anaomba huyo lawyer anapata ati drafting 2.9 akisiwa nichukueko tu hata mimi.
Mpelekeange makaratasi. From room 2 to room 7.
From 7.
Karani wa Judy is listening in from Israel.
Wow.
From Israel. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, Judy.
Yes. Wow. Hey, Nikuba. Getty anasema the stench of nepotism is suffocating us.
Kapisa. I felt it in Nairobi. That one I'll tell you for free. I felt it. I felt sad. I said, we cannot fight for many years, bring in a constitution to rectify some of these things. Bring in a serious law after post-election violence. Because after 2007, we agreed. Especially, and that's why you find every slot has to go to a region. There was a purpose. There was a good purpose.
Yes.
It was trying to fight that nepotism.
Yeah.
That you can't just... every family needs something. It's not just your own family.
Correct.
How mean are you?
How mean.
How greedy are you?
How greedy.
That is only your family that can benefit.
It's avarice.
That, and if anyone else comes in, it is not right.
No.
I just said, even when I was in the Senate, I think even my family were wondering, I told them, I will look for jobs, and I did. But there's somewhere else you can get. Let us support another family. That way.
That's it.
But even when I was bringing in a few interns, I just told them, no, I'm gonna. You guys are good. If we are bringing in interns, I wanna go and pick children who have lived in homes, because they have to go back. Somebody has taken them to school, Jeff, has paid for their school fees. They have gone through campus. They're in homes, children homes, wondering, where will we ever get someone who will give us a job? So I went to a children's home. I saw a good lawyer, fantastic lawyer. I told them, by the way, I have no business. I just have one. Among the slots, 4 has to go to children's home of Nairobi. Wow. And they had to do it. Those are vulnerable children. They had no choice. They had no choice. That one I told them, let me tell you, that is why affirmative action is there. It is there for the vulnerable. Yes. And if we have opportunities to give, then we must give. So they were wondering, but when you look at their list, I'm about to retire, so my daughter has, you are replacing yourself. Do you know? Wow. It's so sad. I looked at it and I said, now if we do this, who will ever stand for these other ones? Who?
Young Pinches says, I feel more enlightened after listening to that conversation with Honorable Elachi. It seems the problems we have in Kenya are so many. Let us help our president fight corruption. You know, you should forget about Agenda 4.
I want to plead with Kenya.
Yeah, go on.
Kenya, let us save our country. Let us support the president on only one agenda, that we must change our attitude and values and kill corruption. And when you see something, when somebody is giving you something, ask him, why are you giving me? Let's start having that question. Yeah, why are you giving me this? For what? How have you done it?
Yes.
Why are you giving me? And even churches, ask. Come on. Ask. No, tutajenga. We jenga. Catholics, how do we jenga?
We jenga pole pole.
Yes. You are given a target as a family. Yes. And you're told in 1 year you will have contributed this much. Yes. And do you know we build our churches? Yeah. I know I have a debt for my church. Holy Trinity. Nafaa nilipe deni.
Yes.
Yes. Kwa sababu nimejitolea na nimeenda nikaambia Mungu. Hii ndio zaka yangu nitapatiana kanisani. How come our Muslim brothers, they do their zakah. They do once in a year, not like us every month. Right. But those who are genuine will do exactly what is meant for their businesses. Yes. And there's one thing we have to learn from our Muslim brothers and sisters, that because of them being that togetherness, that supporting each other, God has made them flourish so well. Yeah. Because they will never see their brother here struggling and they have. He will not come the Christian way. Because utarusha mwenzako. So your value already is questionable. Gonna uoga.
Nikiingia kwa hili.
Ama nikikupa nakwambia tu, professor. Wewe enda ufanye. Because I know sitaki kuja kukusumbua tena. Hutalipa.
Nikuruhusiwa
kabisa. That brother, he tells you, I am giving you this. You are not writing down.
Yes. Ni salamu.
Ni ile dhamira yako uelewe kabisa ya kwamba nimekupa, ukishajisaidia rudisha tusaidie mwingine. Can we start her? Can we pray to God to have that? Because it's something that kills us completely as Christians.
It starts with you and me.
Yes.
Honestly.
We must.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Tunashukuru sana. Karani wa Judy, I think, said his best when he says, Honorable Beatrice Elachi is the definition of a strong woman.
Thank you.
Keep it up, my dear. Keep it up. Now see, don't fear.
Yes.
Don't falter.
No, we won't falter. Fear, is within. If you have faith, then you remove fear. So we have faith. And I have faith in my president. And I want to plead to the political leaders.
Yes.
I think if we give the president an environment the way we gave our former president, Honorable Mike Kibaki, in his legacy. You remember the president and many others supported the president at that time.
Yes.
They never, nobody would have thought in between President Uhuru will come out and say now he wants to become president. Exactly. He waited the right time. Yeah. And I want to plead to all of us, if we just kill our ambitious debates and all that, and now create an environment for the president and the deputy president now to deliver what is supposed to be done.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best. And therefore, and we need to thank the former Prime Minister for coming in.
Yes.
So whoever will be president in 2022, it is the environment that is created now that propels you, that makes you even work. If we don't do that, nobody will govern.
Exactly.
You'll have no nation.
You have no nation.
No.
So can we, this cohesiveness the president wants, this issue of dealing with corruption so that you have the revenue, and then creating that environment that is smooth, that has everyone together with you. You'll be able to go in any backyard and do what you want to do.
Otherwise,
and you can only do that first when you come together, embrace first, before going to any of the, so that when you're going together, people are embracing it. Because Kenyans are very interesting. They will come, they will laugh with you. When you leave, they start talking other things. So let us have that environment first and give the president that environment. That environment will help him to refocus his energy in doing what Kenyans want.
Otherwise, we're doomed.
Oh, yeah.
We're doomed. Might as well shut down the country and put a sign, gone for repairs. This is what we call
candid interviews with decision makers. Catch Jeff Koinange and Professor Hamo every day, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on Hot 96.